driving home. Second shift just ended. It's dark. You're just tired, bone tired. Then it happens. That little orange light flicks on the dashboard. The one that looks like an engine. Check engine. Your heart sinks. Not because you're worried about the car. You're worried about the bill. How much this time? $800? $1,500? And the real question hits you, the one that keeps you awake at 3 a.m. Do I have $1,500 sitting in the bank right now to fix this? Not on a credit card, not borrowed from the rent money, just there. You check your banking app, you already know the answer. You don't. You'll have to put it on the credit card, again. You'll just figure it out later. That feeling, that pit in your stomach. That is the sound of failing at the most basic level of personal finance. That right there is the gap between you and the milestones we're supposed to hit. Look, don't expect me to show you a spreadsheet with 50 columns. I'm not some Wall Street kid in a perfect suit telling you to buy the dip. You can call me. Well, it doesn't matter what you call me. What matters is that I've worked 2 jobs at the same time just to keep the heat on in January. I've stared at that same check engine light, knowing I had to choose between the car and the dentist. And I learned a lesson on Main Street that they will never teach you in business school. A lesson this whole country seems to have forgotten. Here it is. The price tag is just the down payment on the stress. I'm here to talk about the things we're supposed to have but don't. The basics. The fundamentals. We're told to aim for the moon. I'm just asking you to aim for the end of the month. But even that seems impossible now. Here are the 3 money milestones that most people, most of our neighbors, will never, ever reach. First, the real emergency fund. I'm not talking about the $1,000 they tell you to save. That's a joke. In this economy, $1,000 is a tow truck and a new set of tires. I'm talking about 3 solid months of your actual expenses. Rent, utilities, food, the car payment, everything. Enough money to look that check engine light in the face and say, okay, let's fix it. Without blinking, without plastic. Most Americans can't handle a $400 surprise. 3 months? That's a fantasy. Second, 0, consumer, debt. I'm not talking about your mortgage. That's a different problem. I'm talking about the credit cards, the store cards, the buy now, pay later poison, the ability to pay your balance in full, every single month. Imagine that, owing no one for anything you consumed. Most can't. They carry that balance like a ball and chain, paying 22% interest on groceries they ate 6 months ago. And third, financial peace of mind. This isn't a number. This is a feeling. It's the ability to sleep through the night before payday. It's the power to tell your boss no if he asks you to work sick, because you can afford to miss a day. It's the freedom to buy new shoes for your kids before they have holes in them. It's the absence of that 3 a.m. panic. So why? Why are these basic things, these milestones of just surviving, why are they so far out of reach? You work hard. I know you do. You're tired. You get that paycheck and you feel that pull. It's the lie we tell ourselves. I deserve it. You had a hard week. You deserve that $150 dinner. You deserve that new phone even though your old one works. You deserve that vacation you can't afford. I work hard. I deserve a little treat. Let me tell you something my father told me. Deserve has nothing to do with it. You don't deserve the meal. You earn the meal and then you pay for the meal. What you really deserve is that 3rd milestone. You deserve peace of mind. You deserve to sleep at night. But you are trading that peace, that long-term quiet in your soul, for a short-term hit of pleasure. You are trading your freedom for a sandwich. You are trading your future for a streaming subscription. That I deserve it mentality is a trap. It was designed by people in marketing departments to take your 2-job money right out of your pocket. Every time you say, I deserve it, and pull out the credit card, you are putting another brick in your own prison wall. The real reward isn't the thing. The real reward is the control. The real reward is the absence of panic. And this country and this system is built on this trap. It's designed to keep you one step behind. They hand you a credit card when you're 18, before you even know what APR means. They push student loans on you that you can't discharge, not even in bankruptcy. They want you in debt. Because when you're in debt, you're compliant, you're manageable. You'll take the extra shift. You'll stay at the job you hate. You'll keep your mouth shut. That credit card balance, that's your boss's best friend. It keeps you chained to the desk. We're squeezed from every side. The rent goes up. but the paycheck doesn't. The price of eggs, the price of gas. And we're told the solution is to just want more, get a new car, get a bigger house, keep up, keep swiping. So, I want you to be honest, no shame in this. We're all in the trench together. Go to the comments right now. Tell me, which of those 3 milestones feels the most impossible for you? 1, the emergency fund, 2, 0 debt, or 3, the peace of mind. Go on, write it down. Admit it. That's the first step. You're probably sitting there thinking, easy for you to say, I need a raise, I need a better job, I don't make enough money. That's what they want you to think. That's the other lie. In the next part, I'm not going to tell you how to get a raise. I'm going to prove to you that you already have the money to hit these milestones. You just don't know it. You're just letting it leak out of your wallet every single day in ways you've been trained not to see, and I'm going to hold up the mirror. So, you're convinced. The problem is your paycheck. You just don't get paid what you're worth. If you just got that 10% raise, if you just got that promotion, then you could hit those milestones. Then you could build that emergency fund. You're wrong. The problem isn't the size of the check. I've seen men who make $200,000 a year who are drowning, and I've seen janitors with $40,000 who have a paid-off house. The problem isn't what's coming in. The problem is that your paycheck has 1,000 tiny, invisible leaks, and you've been trained your entire life to ignore them. You've been taught that this is just the cost of living. It's not. It's the cost of not paying attention. So let's pay attention. Let's audit a single normal day. Your day, you wake up, you're tired, you hit the snooze button. You don't have time to make coffee. You swing through the drive-thru. 1 large coffee, maybe one of those breakfast sandwiches. What is it? 8? 9? Let's be generous. We'll call it $8. You tell yourself, it's just coffee, I need it to function. Lunchtime comes. You were too tired last night to pack a lunch. Of course you were, you're working 2 jobs, so you go out with co-workers. Or you order in. A salad, a burrito bowl, a couple slices of pizza. What does that cost? 15, 17s. Let's be conservative. Let's call it 15 hours. You swipe the card. You don't even look. It's just noise. Let's do the math. The math they don't want you to do. $8 for breakfast. $15 for lunch. That is $23. In one day. You work, what, 5 days a week? 23s times 5 days. That is 115s. That's 115s you set on fire. In 1 week. You think, okay, 115s, I can handle that. You're missing the point. You're still thinking small. There are 4 weeks in a month. Let's just use 4. $115 a week times 4 weeks. That is $460. $460. Now are you listening? That's a car payment. That's a utility bill and a full grocery run. But you ate it. And you're still hungry. Let's take the last step, the one that's going to make you sick. $460 every month times 12 months in a year. That comes out to $5,420. $5,520. Where is it? That's milestone 1. That's your emergency fund. That's the $1,500 for the check engine light and $4,000 left over. You have the money. You had it. You just traded it $23 at a time for sandwiches you don't remember and coffee that just made you jittery. You gave it to a corporation instead of giving it to your own future. And then you have the nerve to go home, look at your empty bank account and say, I don't make enough money. My friend, Sal, he runs the local diner, the one on the corner. He's been there 40 years. He tells me the scariest thing he sees. It's not the economy, it's the plastic. He watches people, his neighbors, come in every single day. They order a $20 breakfast and they put it on a credit card. And sometimes he says the card is declined, for eggs. They are financing bacon and eggs at a 22% APR. They are borrowing for breakfast. How do you ever hit a milestone when you're starting the day at negative $20? And that's just the obvious leak. That's the one we can all see. What about the invisible ones? What about the $15.99 for that streaming service you haven't watched in 6 months? You signed up for the free trial. You forgot. They're counting on you to forget. That's $191 a year. Gone. What about the gym membership you swore you'd use? $50 a month. That's $600 a year to feel guilty. What about the overdraft protection fee? The bank charges you $35 for the privilege of letting you spend money you don't have. They're charging you a fee for their service of putting you deeper into a hole. It's death by 1,000 cuts. A $15 cut here, a $35 cut there, a $23 cut every single day. We've been taught to look at the price, not the cost. The price is $8 for coffee. The cost is your $5,500 emergency fund. Here's a new rule for you from Main Street. Write this one down. A want is just a debt spelled differently. You see it now, don't you? You're looking at your wallet in a different light. You see the holes. You feel that heat in your stomach. That's anger. That's good. Anger is an engine. You finally see where the money is going. You're bleeding out. But now, how do you stop it? How do you plug these leaks when the entire world is designed to keep you spending? In the next part, I'm going to give you the only tool you need. It's not a budget. It's not an app. It's the most powerful and the hardest word in personal finance, and you're going to have to learn to use it. So you see the leaks. You're bleeding out $23 a day, and it adds up to over $5,500 a year. You're angry. Good. Now you're asking, how do I stop it? What's the secret? What's the app? What's the budget system? I'm going to save you some time. It's not a spreadsheet. It's not an app. The most powerful financial tool on earth is a single word, 2 letters. No. That's it. That's the whole strategy. And it is the hardest tool to use. It's the one that costs you nothing and buys you everything. No to the drive-through. No to the $1,200 phone you don't need. No to the buy now, pay later scam. No to your friend who wants to go to that expensive restaurant when you have food at home. And the most important no, the one that's hardest to say, is the no you have to say to yourself. No, I don't deserve this. I deserve peace. I deserve control. I deserve to not be a slave. And make no mistake, if you have consumer debt, you are a slave. Let's talk about milestone number 2, zero consumer debt. The credit card. That piece of plastic is the bank's weapon, and you are handing it to them, loaded. They are counting on you to fail. They want you to fail. They make billions of dollars off your failure. Let's talk about the impatience tax. That's what interest is. It's a tax you pay for not waiting. Let's do the math again. The painful math. You've got a balance. The average is something like $5,000. Let's use that. $5,000 in dinners you already forgot, clothes you don't wear, and junk you can't find. And the bank, they send you that lovely statement. The APR, the interest rate, is 22%. And they're so helpful, aren't they? They put a minimum payment right on the front. Only $100 a month, you can do that. They are lying to you. That minimum payment isn't a lifeline. It's the chain. Let's see what happens if you just pay that helpful $100 minimum on your $5,000 debt. Do you know how long you will be paying on that $5,000? 9 years. Over 9 years. Think about that. You will still be paying for a sandwich you ate today when your kids are in middle school. And how much will you really pay? You will pay back the $5,000 plus almost $6,000 in interest. You paid $11,000 for $5,000 worth of stuff. You paid more in interest in stupid tax than the thing itself cost. You bought everything twice. The bank is betting on your impatience. Prove them wrong now. Connect the dots. In part 2, we found $5,520 in your lunch money in 1 year. In part 3, we have a $5,000 debt that's costing you $6,000 in interest. Do you see it? The power of no. The power to say no. I will make my own coffee. I will pack my own lunch. That $23 a day. That $5,520. It is the money that pays off the $5,000 credit card. Not in 9 years. In 1 year. You can be free in 1 year. Or you can be a slave for a decade. The choice is made every single morning at that drive-thru. This is the whole game. Saying no to the small, stupid daily leak plugs the giant, life-draining hole that is your credit card debt. You use the money you found, milestone 1, to destroy the debt, milestone 2. And do you know what you get? When you're not spending $5,500 on junk food and you're not paying $6,000 in interest, you get milestone 3. You get the peace of mind. You get to sleep at night. You get to wake up owing no one anything. Of course, it's hard. They designed it to be hard. Your friends will say, live a little. Your family will say, oh, just put it on the card. You have to be the one. You have to be the one who stands there, holds the line, and says the word. No. You know why you're in this mess. That was part 1. You know where the money is going. That was part 2. You now have the tool to stop it. That was part 3. You're probably thinking, I'm ready, I'm angry, I'm sitting here with my $23 in my hand. What do I do? What do I do right now? What do I do on Monday morning? In the final part, I'm giving you the plan. I'm giving you the map. The 90-day belt tightening plan. It's not going to be easy, but it's simple. And it's time to get to work. All right, you made it. You know the problem. You see the leaks. And you have the tool. But why? Why go through all this trouble? You're tired already. You work 1, maybe 2 jobs. You're away from your family. Let me ask you, did you miss your son's baseball game? To work a double, just so you could give that extra money to a coffee corporation? Did you clock in on a Saturday just to pay 22% interest to a bank? No, you worked that hard for your future, for your family, for your peace. It is time you kept the money you earned. Let me tell you about 2 futures. My neighbor, he just got a new truck. Thing is beautiful, shiny black. Must be an $80,000 vehicle. He's out there washing it every Sunday. He looks rich. But I see his face when the mail comes. I see him arguing with his wife by the mailbox. He's got an 84-month loan. That is 7 years. He's not driving the truck is driving him. He is truck poor. He signed up for 7 years of stress just to look good in the driveway. Then there's the other future. That's you. Maybe your car is 10 years old. The paint's peeling a little, but it's yours, it's paid for, you sleep at night. You're building that $2,500 for the check engine light. You're not eating at the diner, you're eating a home-cooked meal. Who is the real rich man? The one who looks good or the one who sleeps well? Don't trade your sleep for shiny paint. So, here it is, the 90-day belt tightening plan. This is where you start. No more excuses. Month 1, the audit. For the first 30 days, your only job is to watch. Get a notepad, get a free app, I don't care. You will write down every single penny, every $8 coffee, every $1.50 pack of gum, every $15 subscription. You don't cut anything yet, you just look. You stare the truth in the face. It is going to hurt. You're going to see that $5,520 number in your own handwriting. This is the truth. Month 2, the cut. The next 30 days, we use the tool. You say no. You cut everything that is not survival. And you know what survival is. Rent, utilities, gas to get to work, groceries from the store, not the restaurant. Cancel the subscriptions, all of them. You can sign back up when you're rich. This month, you are a fortress. Nothing gets out. You make your coffee, you pack your lunch, you drink water. You will be amazed at the pile of money you have at the end of this month. Month 3, the allocation, the last 30 days. You did it. You stopped the bleeding. You now have that pile of money. That $460, that $500, whatever it is, it's there. What do? First, you take $1,000 and you put it in a separate savings account. You name it emergency, and you do not touch it. That is your check engine light fund. That is milestone 1 started. Second, you take everything else and every dollar left, and you throw it at your smallest credit card debt. Not the one with the highest interest, the smallest one. I want you to get that one paid off. I want you to get that victory. That's the plan. Audit, cut, allocate. This isn't about being a cheapskate. Let them call you cheap. Let them say you're no fun. Who cares? They're the ones who will be panicking when the rent is due. You won't be. This is about you taking the power back. For years, the bank has been your boss. The credit card company, that's been your boss. That drive-through window, that's been your boss. They tell you what you can and can't do. No more. Today, you are the CEO of your money. You tell every single dollar where to go. You are in charge. A budget isn't a prison. It's your escape plan. You listened to this whole thing. Most people didn't. They clicked away when the math got uncomfortable. They clicked away when they realized it meant they had to change. But you're still here. That means you're serious. Listening doesn't pay the bills. Action does. So right now, go to the comments. I want you to make a public contract. With me. With yourself. I want you to write these 4 words. I am in control. That's your signature. That's your promise. That's day 1 of your new life. All right, we're done here. Stop watching videos. Go find that $15 subscription you forgot about. Go cancel it. Now.